Hello, A Better Lived Life crew. I'm Christina, coach, combat vet, and community change agent. Okay, so when I decided to become a bad vegetarian, I guess the modern term is flexitarian, with the goal of becoming more and more vegan. It's starting off, it wasn't actually that hard for me because I was never a huge meat eater, with the rare exceptions of when I would get like a massive craving for something like a burger or something like that. So one of the foods that was very easy for me to give up. I was never a huge egg fan. Most eggs actually upset my stomach, especially if I ate them first thing in the morning. I don't know why. So eggs were pretty easy for me to give up, except that every once in a while I would experience this massive craving for an egg salad sandwich. So a while ago I found a recipe online. I'll link that below, but honestly it's not much of a recipe. Most of the ingredients it just lists, and it lists a bunch of different ways you can modify it for how you like it. But I'll list that below if you're interested. I didn't follow it exactly, but, well, I haven't started yet. We'll get there. You guys are actually gonna do a follow along as I make vegan egg salad for the first time, and we try it out. We're gonna find out if it's any good. Like I said, I found the recipe a while ago, and I didn't get around to it. I just bookmarked it because I wasn't craving it at the time. And now I'm still not super craving it, but I have all the ingredients because I went ahead and bought them at the time. And I saw something online for an egg salad sandwich, and it made me go, I kind of want an egg salad sandwich. And I have tofu at the moment, which is what I didn't have the last time I was craving it. So now I can finally make it. And we're gonna see how this turns out. We'll see if this is a good recipe. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. First, this was my package of tofu. You'll notice it's kind of brown. The instructions were to basically press it for 30 minutes. I don't have a tofu press, so I threw it in the instant pot on the dehydration setting for about maybe 55 minutes while I ran an errand. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. It's gonna be a little chewier than I guess an egg would probably be, but that's okay because I actually like my tofu chewy. It's a texture thing. I really enjoy it. So that is my egg portion of the substitution. Then, okay, next up, we need our onions. I like onions, so I've gone ahead and done 3 of the green onions. The recipe says 2, but I like onions. So that's in. I forgot to grab a fork. You can see my messy drawer. Okay. It's got some onion in there. Next up is, okay, they said fresh dill. I absolutely do not have fresh dill, but it says you can substitute for 2 teaspoons of dry dill. So let's put in our 2 teaspoons of dry dill. I have actually never made egg salad, I think. I'm not sure I've ever made it in my entire life. So I don't know if dill is normally an ingredient or not. I usually just buy my egg salad sandwiches. I do not like celery in my egg salad. That was called for in this recipe, and I was just like, no. Let's see. 1/2 cup of vegan mayo. Y'all, I do not like mayonnaise. So I bought this for this, but I have never used it. I did not like mayonnaise when I was not vegan. So it says, yeah, it says 1/2 cup. We're gonna try 1/4 cup because, go back into my messy drawer. Because we'll see if that works, because I have never liked mayo. So I was roughly 1/4 cup, about a little over, oop, I'll clean that up. 1/2 of what they called for. So there we go, there's that. Woo! ADHD kitchen, things everywhere. Okay, next up, 1 tablespoon of the Dijon mustard. I'm also not a huge mustard fan, except when it comes to egg dishes. So this has also never been opened. I pretty much, oh, I got a fly. Oh, I had that window open. Now I'm paying for it. Okay. So, I don't know. Oop, I didn't shake it and mix it, so apparently that has settled a bit. But there we go. That's roughly a tablespoon. Whee! Lids. ADHD. Fun. Forget to put lids back on. It's one of the reasons why cleanup always sucks, because it always feels like more because you forget to clean up as you go. So there's the... Where is the mustard? Okay. The recipe calls for something called black salt. I have never heard of it. So it's the first time I've ever heard of it, so I'm not doing that. And then it says salt and pepper to taste. Again, I'm not actually a huge black pepper fan, so we'll put in just a little bit to get it started. We'll see where that takes us. It says salt to taste. Since this is a comfort food, we are going to actually put some salt in this. I don't usually salt most of the stuff I make from scratch. It said you can add a little bit of lemon juice for, I forget what word they used, but we'll just add a little bit there. We'll see what that does. Well, it said juice of half a lemon, so I guess that's not half a lemon. There's a little bit more. Okay. It did say that for coloring, you can add just like an eighth of a teaspoon of turmeric. By the way, y'all, this is very, very, very ADHD. There were instructions about specifically how to do it, but I actually forgot to go to that section to do this. So I just put all the ingredients in and start mixing. And it's summer and my window is open, and yes, there's a fly. Okay, let's see what we end up with here. Uh-oh, I might have to add more mayo. This is way too thin. Yeah, it's more like mayonnaise-y tofu. So again, you know, they said use the press and cut your tofu into tiny pieces. I did not do that. I just dehydrated it after using 2 plates to try to drain it a bit. I'll add a little bit more mayo. Hopefully it is not too icky. And we'll reuse this spoon. Not quite another full 1/4 cup because really, y'all, I do not like mayonnaise. Yeah, I would literally only put enough in my tuna fish to make sure that the tuna fish stuck together. Get this mixed up a bit. I had some other ingredients you could try. I just didn't want to. I don't know if you can pick up the sound in the background. Cat's playing in something. Okay, let's see if what this flavor looks like. Not quite like an egg salad sandwich that I'm used to, but meh. Okay. I don't think most of the egg salad sandwiches I've had in my life have dill. That dill is strong. Okay. What else does it need? You know what? I think I'm actually gonna use a little bit more mustard. Just a little bit. Like I said, not a huge mustard fan, except unless it's like in eggs. I always loved deviled egg potato salad, and or some people just call it mustard potato salad. So let's try this again. What do we think of the flavor? Okay, that's a little closer. Okay, I do not know if this would satisfy me if I was really craving egg salad sandwich so far, but that's not a bad flavor. That's not a bad flavor. I'm gonna grab some bread. I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. Okay, so sandwich is made. Another ADHD moment. I went into my freezer because I keep my bread in my freezer. I just don't go through it fast enough. These are literally my last 2 pieces of bread. I went ahead and put them in the toaster because that's how I warm them up, thaw them out of the microwave. But this is Ezekiel bread. Seems to be about the best I can find. It seems to be vegan. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But let's go ahead and give this a shot. Okay, Ezekiel bread does tend to become a little dry. Okay. I can see why you wanted the half cup of mayo in this. Yeah, it doesn't quite have that consistency of egg salad. Taste is okay. Taste is okay. I'm not sure it's the same level of satisfying as an egg salad sandwich, but I think it's a decent meal. Like this would be, yeah, I would eat this. I would eat this. Maybe a tiny bit more mayo, the vegan mayo. Yeah, I may mix a little bit more in before I put the rest away. Give it a little creamier texture. It doesn't seem to be doing the same level of grossness to me as regular mayo does, although I still don't think I would like put it on sandwiches. I just don't think I would do that. But yeah, this is decent. Yeah, I'd eat this.